The Constitution only gives people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself. To succeed, jump as quickly at opportunities as you do at conclusions. In general, mankind, since the improvement of cookery, eats twice as much as nature requires. I should have no objection to go over the same life from its beginning to the end, requesting only the advantage authors have of correcting in a second edition the faults of the first. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Guests, like fish, begin to smell after 3 days. We must, indeed, all hang together or, most assuredly, we shall all hang separately. Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. Wine is constant proof that God loves us and loves to see us happy. Dost thou love life? Then do not squander time, for that is the stuff life is made of. Some people die at 25 and aren't buried until 75. 3 can keep a secret, if 2 of them are dead. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Diligence is the mother of good luck. It is the working man who is the happy man. It is the idle man who is the miserable man. He who falls in love with himself will have no rivals. Half a truth is often a great lie. If passion drives you, let reason hold the reins. Remember not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. It takes many good deeds to build a good reputation, and only one bad one to lose it. He that is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. Being ignorant is not so much a shame, as being unwilling to learn. There are 3 things extremely hard: steel, a diamond, and to know oneself. A false friend and a shadow attend only while the sun shines. Wise men don't need advice. Fools won't take it. I wake up every morning at 9 and grab for the morning paper. Then I look at the obituary page. If my name is not on it, I get up. Without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom and no such thing as public liberty without freedom of speech. Be slow in choosing a friend, slower in changing. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards. I am for doing good to the poor, but I differ in opinion about the means. I think the best way of doing good to the poor is not making them easy in poverty, but leading or driving them out of it. He that is of the opinion money will do everything may well be suspected of doing everything for money. Do not fear mistakes. You will know failure. Continue to reach out. Don't throw stones at your neighbors if your own windows are glass. Hide not your talents. They for use were made. What's a sundial in the shade? Rebellion against tyrants is obedience to God. Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. Genius without education is like silver in the mine. He that would live in peace and at ease must not speak all he knows or all he sees. A place for everything, everything in its place. The worst wheel of the cart makes the most noise. Experience keeps a dear school, but fools will learn in no other. Tricks and treachery are the practice of fools that don't have brains enough to be honest. Work as if you were to live 100 years. Pray as if you were to die tomorrow. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man. Content makes poor men rich, discontent makes rich men poor. There are 3 faithful friends: an old wife, an old dog, and ready money. A life of leisure and a life of laziness are 2 things. There will be sleeping enough in the grave. Anger is never without a reason, but seldom with a good one. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. The U.S. Constitution doesn't guarantee happiness, only the pursuit of it. You have to catch up with it yourself. How few there are who have courage enough to own their faults, or resolution enough to mend them. God grant that not only the love of liberty but a thorough knowledge of the rights of man may pervade all the nations of the earth, so that a philosopher may set his foot anywhere on its surface and say, "This is my country." God works wonders now and then. Behold a lawyer, an honest man. A good conscience is a continual Christmas. He that raises a large family does, indeed, while he lives to observe them, stand a broader mark for sorrow, but then he stands a broader mark for pleasure too. The eye of the master will do more work than both his hands. At 20 years of age the will reigns, at 30, the wit, and at 40, the judgment. Those disputing, contradicting, and confuting people are generally unfortunate in their affairs. They get victory, sometimes, but they never get goodwill, which would be of more use to them. If you would know the value of money, go and try to borrow some. Where there's marriage without love, there will be love without marriage. Most people return small favors, acknowledge medium ones and repay greater ones with ingratitude. Human felicity is produced not as much by great pieces of good fortune that seldom happen as by little advantages that occur every day. Many a man thinks he is buying pleasure, when he is really selling himself to it. In the affairs of this world, men are saved not by faith, but by the want of it. There are 2 ways of being happy. We must either diminish our wants or augment our means. Either may do. The result is the same, and it is for each man to decide for himself and to do that which happens to be easier. If you would have a faithful servant, and one that you like, serve yourself. Buy what thou hast no need of, and ere long thou shalt sell thy necessities. When will mankind be convinced and agree to settle their difficulties by arbitration? It is only when the rich are sick that they fully feel the impotence of wealth. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. Never leave the till tomorrow which you can do today. In this world nothing can be said to be certain, except death and taxes. He that displays too often his wife and his wallet is in danger of having both of them borrowed. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Money has never made man happy, nor will it. There is nothing in its nature to produce happiness. The more of it one has, the more one wants. And whether you're an honest man, or whether you're a thief, depends on whose solicitor has given me my brief. Tomorrow, every fault is to be amended, but that tomorrow never comes. Thanks for watching. Waiting for the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe.